Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Manning Field for Lynn Classical Football taking on Newton South. And this is one of those other games that Classical 4-4 didn't qualify for the regular tournament. So they play out the string.
Captain number 75.
And they're introducing, I'll leave it to the announcer to announce the names. You can hear them. They're presenting the seniors. This is Nick Tinkham with his family. So senior night here for the Classical Rams.
52, Angel Valentin.
Angel Valentin, wearing number 52. Mom gets flowers. These years have flown by for these young men. All of a sudden, they've had to fight through COVID, no school last year, and now they're happy to get back to
Senior,
somewhat full-time.
Darren Omaregi.
Darren Omaregi. Family's having to catch up. Big night for these kids being introduced with their families. Big night for their families
Captain,
as well.
Number 9, Derek Omaregi.
Derek Omaregi. They should have brought them both out at the same time. Coach Vaughn making a presentation to each. Nice little green, gold, and white balloons and lights on the sideline as they get through. This large family contingent is R.J. Fessler.
Senior, number 56, Victor Robles.
They skipped number 5. Victor Robles is number 56. I think he skipped over because he had Omaregi forgot about Derek.
Senior, number 7, Mohammed Dale.
Mohammed Dale. As we get a look at Victor Robles. Coach Ryan Vaughn knows what this is like. He had to go through this when he graduated from Lynn English.
Bruno.
Everybody posing for pictures at the end. Number 8 is Emil Bruno.
Senior, number 87, Mamadou Ba.
Mamadou Ba, I know him well. When he's not playing football, he's one of my camera people. And he does a very good job. Outstanding young man. With his contingent, family, and
Senior, number 54, Javen Soto.
Javen Soto is number 54. He's got a large contingent. Getting flowers, and Coach Brian Vaughn makes a presentation, and they all pose for pictures.
Captain, number 4, Kyle Durant.
Kyle Durant. His family has been a big part of classical sports. Kyle, receiver, punter, kicker, also a very good outfielder in baseball.
Now for our cheerleading seniors.
His
Our
Durant's
first captain,
family has been involved in everything, including Babe Ruth and Little League. So they've been a big part of the sports community in Lynn. And they'll announce, and I will not, hopefully we can pick up the names from Billy Devon, who's the AD who's doing the announcing, because they'll announce the cheerleaders. As we see Mr. Durant getting a picture. And the gentleman way behind with the white hair and the hat is Rick Comfort.
Valley,
Outstanding hockey player in the past years ago. Did color with me at sports. He's an outstanding gentleman. Works at the golf community at Gannon. He was an outstanding hockey player. Got drafted by the pros.
senior, Julia Gonzalez.
I'm letting Billy Devon name them because we don't have a list of the young ladies, but this is a big time for them. They're getting celebrated. They usually celebrate the players. Now they're being celebrated, and it's well deserved. They do an outstanding. These young ladies work just as hard as the football players. They put a lot of time, effort, and energy, practice. They compete
Captain,
in their own tournament.
Emily Tennille.
So it's a very big night for the classical community. It's a shame they're not playing any meaningful tournament game. Unfortunately,
Senior,
4-4 was not enough.
Floor.
There were teams like Revere, 6-2, that didn't make the tournament. They went statewide this year, and they went by strength of schedule just as much as they did win and loss record. So there were teams 3-4 that made it, teams at 6-2 that didn't. It was a tough year for the Greater Boston League. It was a year when normally the teams are very good.
Olivia T.
But unfortunately, the Greater Boston League was not a very good league this year, with the exception of Everett and Revere. And that cost them dearly. Cost Everett a home game. They were undefeated. They had to play on the road. The classical girls soccer team was undefeated. And they didn't make the top 32. They had to play a preliminary game to get into the 32. So it was kind of convoluted. This is just as big a night for the family as it is for these young ladies and young men. They're getting a little notoriety too, as they're very proud of their sons and daughters, brothers and sisters, nieces and nephews.
Captain, Shaylease Rodriguez.
Happy time, but yet it's a sad time because it's winding down.
Senior, Dalen Levesque.
Some of the sisters, mothers, they were probably cheerleaders along the way as well. They remember this. Here's one of the biggest contingents. They made up a couple of little billboards for their daughter, highlights
Let's hear it one more time
for Daleen.
for our seniors.
So
on
that
senior
is the
night.
last of the seniors.
Thank you.
A great group of young men, young women who performed greatly for their school, their city, their families.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, for tonight's high school matchup.
And here's the Lynn Marching Band. They'll get us started with the anthem, and we'll get ready for football.
Your caps as the Lynn School Band will perform our national anthem.
They do a great job. Outstanding as usual, and we'll get to see them at halftime as well. They do a terrific job, and they spend a lot of time, effort, and energy. I walk my dogs around English High School, the Meadow, and I watch them, and they're there even during the summertime getting ready. They practice there. They work very, very hard. They put a lot of time, effort, and energy. And some of those that are marching off that you see, some of those are seniors. They had their moment in the sun, if you will, a short time ago. A lot of great young men and women make up our high school community, and they do a great job contributing. They don't get anywhere near the credit they deserve. So we're just about set for football. Glasgow will kick it off. And we'll be underway. Cal Durant, one of those seniors, will kick it off. Bouncing around at the 15-yard line. And the return by Patrick Sullivan.
On the return for Newton South.
So he got some decent field position right at the 36-yard line. And that's where they'll put it in play.
Kick return, Newton South will set up with a 1st and 10 from their own 36-yard line.
So 1st and 10 from the 36. Everybody had to travel this time. Wing Tech this weekend had to travel to Hoosac Valley, over a 3-hour ride. because of this new convoluted, and you can understand that I don't really approve of the new. Ton Carnegie with the carry gets it to the 39. I'm not in favor, as you can tell,
Be a 3-yard gain for Newton South.
of this new. I like north, south, east, and west better.
39.
Second and 7 for Newton South. Everybody in tight, faking, looking. And they tried to throw the screen. They threw it high over the head. It's a good thing they did. Derek Omarigi was all over Owen Dunker. That would have been a loss if he caught it. And he might have got hit very hard if he did catch it. So it'll be 3rd and 7. Jack Foster is the quarterback. They sent a wide out to the far side and a wing to the far side. Looking to throw. Caught. First down and a lot more.
We're talking pass complete to number 7,
Patrick Sullivan.
First down.
So the first down is picked up by Newton, but guess what? It's coming back.
Penalty on Newton South, a play.
There was a holding call. So that'll move it back to the 29, so take away the first down.
That's a penalty.
It'll be 3rd and 17.
29-yard line.
They send 2 wideouts, actually a wideout and a wing to the far side. Looking to throw. Lets it fly deep. And we got a flag coming in. They're going to call interference against Classical. That ball looked like it was not catchable. But they threw the flag. So instead of 4th down and punting, Newton South is going to get a first down. So you mark it off to the 44.
After the penalty, it will be a 3rd and 2 for Newton South. Ball will be placed on their own 44-yard line.
So they mark it off 15 yards. It's not a first down, but instead of 4th and 17, it's going to be 3rd and 2. After the 15-yard penalty, the wideout comes to the near side, the wing to the far side. And Classical's going to give them a first down now as they jumped. So now the first down is picked up by Newton South to their 49-yard line. So Classical being very gracious hosts. Instead of 4th and 17 getting the football, pass interference and now offside gives Newton South the first down at their 49-yard line. The wide out to the near side, the wing to the far side. They try to run it to the near side. Avery in on the stop.
Number 22, Zach Gabriel on the run for Newton South, brought down by a CEO Classical defender.
Jacob Massoff with the carry. I'll give him 2.
2 would set up Newton South with a 2nd and 8 from the Classical's 49-yard line.
From 149 to the other. It'll be second down and 8. And we're going to whistle again.
Flag on play.
Delay of game against Newton. So we start off well, but penalties all over the place.
Penalty is on the south. The ball will run back.
Back to the Newton 46.
It'll be second and 14. After
So
the
2 against Classical, 1 against
ball
Newton.
placed on their own 46.
Everson Kwasanga is the quarterback. He's dropping back, looking, lets it fly, picked off at the 45-yard line.
Wasanga's pass is intercepted by Lynn Glasgow's number 5, R.J. Fessler.
R.J. Fessler, one of those seniors. Stepped in front, picked it off.
After the interception by the Rams, they will take over with a first and 10 from Newton South's 44-yard line.
At the Newton 44-yard line. So great field position for Classical for their opening drive. Nice play by Fessler, just read that nicely. Stepped in front, picked it off, and got it inside Newton territory. 3 wideouts to the near side, 1 to the far side. Vaughn the out to Avery. Gets ahead of steam up inside the 30, down near the 20-yard line.
Long pass complete to number 3, Marquise Avery, but there is a flag on the play.
I think Classical got a little head start in the backfield. I think it's coming back. Penalties are ruling the roost there. No, it's going to be holding against Classical. That's even worse. I think that's Mr. Hegan,
Glasgow on that play will be brought back.
the head official. They call the hold at the spot of the foul, so they move it back to the 49-yard line.
Glasgow. Ball will be placed on Newton South's 49.
So it'll be first and 15 instead of first and 20. So they gave him 5 yards on the pass, and then they marked off 10. And we had a player, I think it was Derek Omarigi, that was down on the sideline. Let's hope he's going to be all right. One of those many seniors. Not a bad night here at Manning Field. Certainly not T-shirt weather like it was a week or so ago. Back to football. We got double wideouts to either side from the spread. On the out, stepping up, getting down the sideline, getting a first down, and a lot more.
Launch pass is complete. Number 6, Darren Omarege, but there
That's
is a
Derek Omarigi. They got it down to the 31, and they're going to mark off another penalty. So 18 yards and a first down.
penalties roughing the passer on Newton South.
So I don't know what the record for penalties here at Manning Field is, but we're getting close.
After the penalty,
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
It's a pretty good drive. They've run one play. Two if you count. And they gained 5 yards on the pass play after then falling by the penalty. That snap was way high to Vaughn. He had to go up and get it. And by the time he got it, Newton was there to knock him down.
Vaughn brought down by Newton Self, number 77, Joshua Gay. Be a 5-yard loss.
They lost 5.
Second and 15.
Second and 15. 3 wideouts to the near side, 1 to the far side. Vaughn with the keep, straight ahead. Got the 5-yard loss back.
Number 2, Brian Vaughn with the quarterback keep.
So it'll be 3rd and 10.
Joseph Boyas.
Newton South are the Lions against the Rams. Vaughn looking to throw. Goes deep. He's got a man wide open. Omar Easy did a stop and go. When he stopped, the defender cut in front of him. He went behind him. He was in the end zone. Vaughn hit him in stride. Great job by Omar Easy. Get great separation. So 44 yards in 5 plays. Glasgow gets on the board first. That was good. He just went down the side, stopped like he was going to a quick hitch, and defense bought, and then he broke into the end zone. He was wide open. And they looked like they might have got in, but they forgot the football.
2-point conversion.
It got knocked loose, so the rush is no good. But Glasgow takes the lead.
Score is Jurgen Link, Glasgow Rams 6, Newton South 0. 7:16 left in the first quarter.
So they overcome all the penalties. They take advantage of Fessler's interception.
Stand is open. We're selling drinks including Fanta.
And that was just a
Diet Coke,
terrific
Powerade,
move by
water,
Omar Iji. And I have to say,
chocolate. We also have food including pizza, candy,
Darren, because there's 2 of them. Derek was the one that was down on the side. Hopefully he's okay. And Darren, he just went and just stopped on a dime. And defensive back thought, I got him. I stepped right in front. Unfortunately, when he stopped, Omar Easy took off in the end zone, and there wasn't anybody within 10 yards. And what a great move by Omar Easy. Vaughn just laid it up. And Glasgow has a 6-0 lead, and Durant will kick it off for the second time. Bouncing around, he skips past, all the way back to the 10-yard line. Tonkogeny.
on the return for Newton South, brought down by number 26, Nick Costa.
So it looked like he had it. It skipped past him. He had to go back to the 10-yard line to get it. And he got it to the 19-yard line.
After the kick return,
And that's when Newton will put it in play.
first and 10 from their own 19.
So let's see how far we can go without a penalty. Newton will have it for the second time here in the first period. The wideout goes to the far side. The wing is also, actually, they're going double wing. Under center, they go double wing. They run it straight ahead across the 30.
For 22, Zach Gabriel. on the
That's
run
off.
for Newton South. He was brought down by the Glasgow's number 2, Brian Vaughn.
He picks up the first down. Out to the 31, pickup of 12.
It'll be first and 10 for Newton South after the run. Ball will be placed on their own 31-yard line.
Looking to throw. Incomplete. Looking for Mashoff.
Strongest pass, intended for number 22, Zach Abrams, incomplete. Will be a 2nd and 10 for Newton South.
So Everson Quisanga is the quarterback. They have 4 listed on their roster. The other quarterback, Foster, is also a senior. 2nd and 10. Little inside reverse. They lost the football.
Newton South fumbles the ball, but they do recover it.
Luckily, they fell on it.
Be a loss of 6 to set them up with a 3rd and 16 from their own 25.
Back to the 25. So they lost 6. It'll be 3rd and 16. They send double wideouts to either side as they go to the spread. They let it fly long and deep. It's caught over the shoulder. On the sideline, he's going to walk in for a touchdown. Quisanga put that right on the money. Darian Faruzabadi. Try to say that 5 times fast.
75-yard touchdown pass.
75 yards. They go 81 yards in 4 plays. That was a perfect pass right along the sideline. And Faruzabadi caught it over the shoulder, slipped the last tackle, and walked in. 75 yards later, they tied the game up. And Cameron Daftery. Not easy to pronounce these Newton names. Whatever happened to Smith and Brown and Jones? The kick is good. It wasn't perfect, but it counts.
The extra point is good for Newton South, kicked in by number 4.
And Newton takes the lead at 7-6, and they'll kick it off. But boy, that Percy, a perfect pass right along the sideline. Caught it, stayed in bounds, slipped the last tackle, and completes the 75-yard touchdown pass. And that momentum that Classical had looked like they were held on to it with that fumble. 3rd and 16, looked like they were going to get the ball back, leading 6-0. Instead, that momentum is taken away here on senior night as Newton scores and gets the conversion, and it's 7-6, the Lions over the Rams. With a lot of football left to play. After he kicks it off, you better go get it. Newton picked it up. He can't return it. The ball bouncing around Classical, I think they thought it was going to go out of play, and it didn't. And Newton recovers.
And Newton South recovers.
They'll recover at the 24-yard line. That was Patrick Sullivan.
With a 1st and 10 from Classical's 24.
Classical was just standing around watching the ball like, oh, it's going to go out of play, out of bounds. It didn't, And alertly, Patrick Sullivan grabbed it. And Newton's back in business at the Classical 24-yard line. So that lapse really cost them. Let's see how much it cost them. They go to that double wing. They run it straight ahead with Massoff.
Number 22, Zach Gabriel on the run for Newton South. He gained 2 and set them up with a 2nd and 8 from Classical 17.
They'll put it to 22. It'll be 2nd down and 8. And we look at the fans on this cool night here at Manning. Wide out to the near side, wing to the near side. They run it to the near side, trying to cut up inside, going to get hit and knocked down. Nick Costa made the first hit.
Number 3, Owen Dunker on the run for Newton South. He was stopped and lost by number 26, Nick Costa. Be a 3rd and
So they lost 3 on the play. It'll be 3rd and 11. Haskell trying to hold them off after giving the ball away. Wideouts right and left. Rolling. Going to take off and run with it. And he gets knocked down. And it's Kwasanga.
Everson Kwasaga on the run for Newton South. He was brought down by number 3, Marquis.
He picked up 9. So a big 4th down play for both teams.
For Newton South. Ball will be placed at Lane Glasgow's 16-yard line.
They need 2. They send wideouts right and left. Split the backfield behind Kwasanga. Classical jumped, Newton jumped.
Flag on the play.
Who drew who off? Again. Penalty. They're calling it against Newton.
Ball started on Newton South. That play will be brought back 5 yards.
So now it'll be 4th and 7 from the 21.
After the penalty, it will be a 4th and 7 for Newton South. Ball will be placed on Glasgow's 21.
Again, a big play for both teams. 2 wideouts to the far side, 2 to the near side. How did that spread? Looking to throw over the middle, incomplete. So Classical dodges a bullet.
Kwasaga pass, intended for number 6, Patrick.
They gave the ball away, but Newton couldn't take advantage.
Take over with a 1st and 10. Following the incompletion by Newton South, Glasgow will take over with a 1st and 10 from their own 21-yard line.
Newton almost with 100 yards. That's thanks to that 75-yard touchdown pass. trying to run straight ahead was Bruno.
Number 2, Brian Ball, the quarterback key. He was brought down by number 56, John Boyette.
No gain on the play.
A gain of 1 instead of Glasgow with a 2nd and 9.
Double wideouts to either side as they look to the bench looking for a call. Bruno in the backfield. The quick out to Avery. Second effort gets him a few extra yards.
Number 3, Marquise Avery.
Out across the 25. They gave him the 29 for 8.
It'll be a 3rd and 2 for Glasgow.
Third and a couple.
On their own 29.
3 wideouts to the far side, 1 to the near side. This is a young classical team. A lot of these people are back. They try to run it straight ahead, they're going to lose yardage. Back to the 27.
On the run for Glasgow. He was brought down by number 86, Joseph Moyash.
So they lost a couple. Glasgow will have to kick it away.
Be a loss of 2 instead of Glasgow with a 4th and 4. Timeout Newton South. With 36 seconds to go in the first quarter.
Winding down this first period, we get a timeout.
First half.
They'll punt and then maybe run a play and we'll be out of this first period. Glasgow has 45 yards of offense. 34 coming on 2 catches by Omar Iji, 1 for the touchdown. They're minus 2 yards rushing. That touchdown, they were helped out by that big 15-yard penalty against Newton that got them down to the 16. After Omar Easy's 18-yard catch got them to the 31. But they haven't been able to run the ball at all. They've run 4 plays, 2 of them for minus yards. They throw it out to Avery.
Launch pass complete to number 3.
They went for it.
Rams first down.
They get a first down. Brian Vaughn rolling the dice.
Be first and 10 for the Rams. Ball will be placed on their own 36-yard line.
9 yards and a first down. I think that's going to do it for the first period. Glasgow has minus 2 rushing. They've got 56 passing.
That's the end of the first quarter.
With 3 first downs.
After 1 from
Newton has 19 rushing, 75 passing, that 1 pass for the touchdown. And 3 first downs. So St. Mary's took advantage of field position and a big 15-yard penalty to score and take the lead. Newton was back on a 3rd and 16. They completed a 75-yard pass for a touchdown. And the difference is the foot of Cameron Daftery. 7-6 Newton after 1 period. Classical has it at their 36.
To begin the second quarter, Lynn Classical will have a 1st and 10 from their own 36.
So we're back to football here at Manning Field. 2 wideouts to either side. Bruno in the backfield with Vaughn. They give it to Bruno. They can't run the ball. He's not going anywhere.
Number 8, Emil Bruno on the run for the Rams. He was stopped by a sea of Newton South defenders. Be a loss of 2 and set up Classical with a 2nd and 12 from their own 34-yard line.
They put it at the 34 for a loss of 2 more. So they're still negative running the football. The quick out, caught by Omarizi, gets some running room. He's going to get a 1st down. He's got the touchdown. That's his 3rd catch.
Vaughn's pass is complete to number 8, Emil Bruno for Rams 1st down. After the 1st down catch, it'll be a 1st and 10 for the Rams. Ball will be placed on Newton South.
At the Newton 46. So 20 yards. Three catches for 54 yards for Omarizi. The quick out, and they're going to get buried. That's Fessler. To the Classical 48, they lost 6.
Be a loss of 6 as he was brought down by number 8, Rams Kawakami.
2nd and 16. Vaughn with the keep, gets it to midfield. Still having a very difficult time running the ball. He picked up 2. Well, it's going to be 3rd and 14.
Be 3rd and 14 for the Rams from the 50-yard line.
They stay with the double wideouts to either side. Vaughn gets buried in the backfield.
The Vaughn is sacked by number 86, Joseph Royas. And it'll be a 4th and long for the Rams after the sack.
So they're not going to go for it here. Patrick Sullivan. Glad they got one name that I can pronounce.
Number 7, Patrick Sullivan with the punt return. He was brought down by number 50.
He returns at about 10. And he put it right at the Newton 40-yard line.
South will take over with a 1st.
So this will be their first possession in the 2nd period, leading 7-6. The wide out to the near side, the wing to the far side. Now the wing in motion, gets the carry, and gets hit by Fessler.
Number 8, Graham Tarkaki on the run for Newton South.
Tonkanoji
Down by Classical's number 5, R.J. Fessler for a loss of 2.
They'll give him 2 to the 42.
On game 2.
That'll be second down and 8.
Be second and 8 for Newton South from their own 42.
The wideout goes to the far side, the wing to the near side. Little reverse. Swing around the corner with a lot of room. Finally gets taken down by John Naskey. And that's Zabadi. Is there a penalty on the play? It's coming back.
Penalty is holding on Newton South, and the play will be brought back.
So they give him to the classical 49.
The penalty will be a second and 9.
They give him 9.
Their own 41.
And they mark it back to the Newton 41 for 10 yards. So they need 9. They run it straight ahead with Massoff.
Number 22 is Zach Gabriel on the run for
Gets
Newton
it
South.
just snuggles it into classical territory at the 49. He picked up 11.
After the run, it'll be first and 10 for Newton South. Classical 49.
Just enough to give him a first down. Well, they needed 9. He got 11. So they hold on to the football. They have it at the classical 49. The wide out to the far side, the wing to the near side. They never get together. Motion now to the far side. And nothing much there. That's Massoff.
Number 22 is Zach Gabriel on the run for Newton South. Brought down by number 20.
We'll call it a yard to the 48.
Yoel Sosa.
It'll be second down and 9.
Set up Newton South with a second and 9 from Classical's 48-yard line.
Running to the near side, getting hit from behind is Massoff again.
Gabriel on the run for Newton South. He was stopped
Short
by
gain
number
to about
3
the
on
46. Picked up 2 more. It'll be third and 7
Be third and 7
for the Lions of Newton South, leading 7-6 here in the second period. Sanga brings the play back to the huddle. They send 2 wideouts to the far side, 2 to the near side. Again, they show an awful lot of formations. Dropping back, looking to throw. And the receiver was breaking to the sideline. Quarterback threw the ball more to the middle of the field. It'll bring up a 4th down. And he'll kick it away. So Glasgow will get it back.
Number 6, Darren O'Reilly, back 8.
That one big play for Newton. The difference. Along with the extra point. And it's going to go out of bounds. Let's see where they mark it. somewhere near the 20-yard line, I think. They don't quite get there. They put it at the 15. Now they put it at the 16.
After the punt will be 1st and 10 for the Rams. Ball will be placed on their own 16-yard line.
So 1st and 10 for the Rams at the 16. Wideouts, 2 to the far side, 1 to the near side. Avery the quick out, bobbled and caught by Omar Easy to the 20-yard line.
Ball's pass is complete to number 6, Darren Omoreje.
They put it at the 20 for a pickup of 4.
After the play will be 2nd and 6 for the Rams. Ball will be placed
That's his
on their
4th
own
catch. He's got
40-yard
58 yards and a touchdown. Vaughn with the keep. That might be Glasgow's longest run of the day.
Number 2, Brian Vaughn, the quarterback. He
Out to the 27, maybe the 28.
will be 1st down run for the Rams. Be 1st and 10 for their own 30.
He picked up 7. It's a 1st down. They let it fly long and deep and too far. Easy was double covered.
For number 6, Darren Omoreje is incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Rams.
So it'll bring up a 2nd and 10 from the Glasgow 27. Getting to the outside with a head of steam, going to pick up a 1st down, gets thrown for a few more.
Number 7, Mohammed Dale.
Mohammed Dale,
Run for the Rams.
his 1st carry, gets Glasgow a 1st down. They helped him along by throwing him a couple of yards
After the big run,
forward.
The Rams will be 1st and 10 for the Rams. Ball will be placed on their own 45.
18 yards. That's obviously their longest run of the day. Vaughn with the keep. Just got tripped up or he would have gone a lot further.
Brian Vaughn with the quarterback keep. As a result, it'll be a 1st
Back-to-back
down
1st
run
downs.
for the Rams. 1st and 10 for the Rams after the big run. Ball will be placed on Newton South 43.
At the Newton 43. 12 yards and a 1st down. Up until this drive, Glasgow was minus rushing. They found a home to the near side. 1 man to beat down the sideline. Patrick Sullivan saves a touchdown. Number 7 tackling number 7.
Mohammed Dale with a 1st and goal run for the
Back-to-back-to-back 1st downs running the football. Down to the 5.
Newton South 5-yard line.
38 yards. He's got 56 yards and 2 carries, and we're going to get a timeout. Glasgow started this drive on their 16-yard line.
Second timeout of the half.
And up until this point, they haven't been able to run the ball at all. I mentioned they were minus 11 rushing. And all of a sudden, as we get a look at the Glasgow cheerleaders, 75 yards on the ground so far. They were minus 11. They had 4 first downs coming into this drive. They've got 4, 3 of them back to back to back. So the offensive line has picked it up and opened up some holes for the running backs. Especially Dale, who's picked up 56 yards in 2 carries. They fill the backfield now. Vaughn with the keep, not going anywhere.
Number 2, Brian Vaughn with the quarterback keep. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd and goal. Newton South 5-yard line for the Rams.
No gain on the play. 2nd and goal from the 5. Again, they fill the backfield. Off the right side, nothing doing.
Number 7, Muhammad Dale on the run for the Rams.
Right back to the 5 for no gain.
Play will be 3rd and goal from Newton South 5-yard line.
3rd and goal from the 5. So it looked promising. They were romping. 3 first downs in a row. All of a sudden, back-to-back plays for no gain, and we're going to get a timeout to talk about it.
Timeout, Link Glasgow. As their first yard timeout of the half, they have 2 remaining.
Discussions going on both sides, wheels turning, defensively for Newton, offensively for Classical. Coach Brian Vaughan trying to come up, give a play to his son, Brian Vaughan, the quarterback. Trying to get the lead back for Classical. It looked promising with that 38-yard run by Dale. 1st and goal at the 5. All of a sudden, 1st and goal at the 5 turns into 3rd and goal at the 5. They run into a stone wall twice. Looking to throw. Now he's going to take off and try to run with it. Nothing doing.
Brian Vaughn with the quarterback keep.
Couldn't find a receiver. Couldn't find much room. They gave him a yard. So a huge play here.
4th and goal from Newton South's 4-yard line.
4th and goal from the 4. This would be a huge momentum builder for Newton because they'd hold on to their lead and they get the ball to start the 2nd half. Classical looking to take something into the locker room. The pitch. Dale wrapped up. Back at the 5. Classical doesn't get in.
It'll be turnover on downs. The Newton South will take over.
So 4 downs gets them 0 yardage from the 5-yard line.
I'd like to give a special shout out to the Lynn Student School Band. They will be performing at halftime.
So Newton has to start from the 5, but they'll take that considering the
After the turnover on
alternative.
Newton South will take over with a 1st and 10. Ball will be placed on their own 5-yard line.
So that's got to take a lot of wind out of the sails of Classical. Give a lot of momentum to Newton. They send double wideouts to either side Massoff with a head of steam up.
Number 22, Zach Gabriel on the run for Newton South. He was brought down by number 2, Brian Vaughn.
Out to the 12. He picked up 7.
Second and 3 for Newton South.
Second and 3 as we're winding down this second period. The quick out. And shy of the first down. Patrick Sullivan with the catch.
Gonzaga's pass is complete to number 7, Patrick Sullivan. The 3rd inches for Newton South.
And that was the last play. I didn't see that. That's the last play of the half.
2 for Manning Field. Score is Newton South 7.
So the 2 pass plays, the first by Classical got them 6, missed the conversion. They looked like they were going in. They fumbled the ball, made it 6-0. And on a 3rd and 16, the quarterback, Kosanga, reaches back and finds Firazabadi, 75 yards for the touchdown. The extra point by Cameron Daftery is the difference. It's 7-6, Newton South at halftime. And you can sit back, relax, and enjoy the Lynn Band as they will perform at halftime for your pleasure. Another outstanding performance by the Lynn Band. They do a great job. They spend a lot of time, effort, and energy preparing, practicing. And we hope you enjoyed that halftime performance. They represent their school, themselves, their families, the city extremely well. And we're lucky to have those young men and women. I think I said Newton would get the ball to start the second half. Obviously, Classical kicked off. So Classical will get the ball to start the second half. And they would have had momentum had they really been able to do something. Kick is caught down.
By number 26, Bonnie Phipps. Number 27.
Kamani Phipps caught it, downed it. Classical has pretty good field position at their
All be placed on their own
47-yard line, so they got good field position to start. Try to run it straight ahead, they're going to lose yardage.
For 7, Mohammed Dale on the run for the Rams. Be a loss of 2, so the Rams with a 2nd and 12 from their own 45-yard line.
They lost 2. Dale on a couple of carries had 55 yards in that first half. Vaughn's going to get hit from behind, didn't see it coming.
Vaughn is brought down for his 2nd sack of the game. Number 86, Joseph Goyas.
So they go backwards. They had very good field position to start. Now they get 3rd and long.
Be 3rd and 16 after the sack for the Rams from their own 41.
So they've lost 6 in 2 plays. Vaughn looking in trouble. Gonna go down again.
And Vaughn is brought down by number 30, Owen Dunker. Be 4th and long for the Rams after the sack.
Back to the 33, lost 8 more. So you lose 14 on 3 plays, and he'll have to kick it away. Durant boots it away. Fair catch called and made.
And the punt is fair caught by number 8, Graham Walking.
They'll get decent field position at the 41-yard line.
After the turnover on down, so it'll be 1st and 10 for Newton South. Be placed on their own 41-yard line.
They go double wing with a wide out to the near side. They run it straight ahead with Massoff. Short gain.
Number 22, Zach Gabriel on the run for Newton South. He was brought down by number 50, Yoel Sosa. It'll be gain of 2. We set up Newton South with a 2nd and 8 from their own 43-yard line.
They gave him 2 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Lets it fly. It's caught. And I can't tell you who caught it.
Lead to number 86, Joseph Goyas for a Newton South 1st down. He was pushed out of bounds by
I don't have an 80. They have no numbers after the lineman. I don't know why they didn't put numbers on.
It'll be 1st and 10 for Newton South. Ball be placed on the
25 yards
33-yard line.
on the play. From the 32 of Classical. Massoff's going to pick up a couple. Second and 8 again.
be a 2-yard gain, set up Newton South with a 2nd and 2 from Knoxville's 30-yard line. 2nd and 8.
Both teams have, well, Newton certainly moved the football. Classical moved it at the end of the half, but nobody's been able to score after those 2 pass plays. It stays 7-6. They run it to the near side. Darian.
Number 3, Owen Dunker on the run for Newton South.
And I guess they have 2, now I realize they have 2 number 3s. It's Owen Duncan is number 3. That a little bit easier to pronounce.
It'll be 3rd and 2 for Newton South. Ball will be placed on Glasgow's 24-yard line.
So Owen Dunker caught the pass for the touchdown. I looked down, saw number 3. I just automatically said Darian Feruzabadi. But I'd much rather Owen Dunker. And they gang up on Massoff.
Number 22, Zach Gabriel on the run for Newton South. He was stopped by number 4, Kyle Durant, and number 26, Nick Costa.
They put it down at the 20. He picked up 4. That should be a first down.
For Newton South from Glasgow's 20-yard line.
So 1st and 10. It was either Travis Scott or Thomas Fitzgerald for that catch. Now we got a whistle. And we got
Flag on one.
offside Classical.
Penalty is on the Rams for encroachment. After penalty.
So that'll make it 1st and 5 now, as Newton is knocking on the door at the 15-yard line. Wide out to the far side, wing to the near side. Straight ahead with Massoff. Almost got it in.
Number 22, Zach Gabriel on the run for Newton South.
Down to the 1.
It'll be 1st and goal for Newton South. Back to the run. Ball will be placed on Glasgow's 1-yard line.
First and goal from the 1. Classical pushing one way, Newton pushing another way. Quarterback sneak, he didn't get in.
Quarterback key. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd and goal for Newton South.
Newton trying to add to a 7-6 lead. Glasgow trying to hold them off. They send the wide out to the near side, and now they took an awful lot of time. I don't think they want to get a penalty, so they're going to get a timeout.
Timeout, Newton South. That is their first of the half. They have 2 remaining.
They started this drive at the 41, the big 25-yard pass play. And then the 14-yard run by Massoff. And we get a look at the classical cheerleaders. It's been back and forth, back and forth. Classical had some opportunities, but they haven't taken advantage since that first touchdown on their opening drive way back in the first period. And that was helped out by a big 15-yard penalty against Newton. Looked like they were going to cash in when they had first and goal at the 5 at the end of the half, but they wound up 4 downs, 0. And it stayed 7-6. They run it off the right side. Massoff is in for the touchdown.
Zach Gaber runs it in for a 1-yard touchdown run for Newton South.
So they jumped the lead. And Daphne would try to make it 2 for 2. And it wasn't pretty, but it slipped through.
And number 4, Cameron Daugherty kicks it in. And the extra point is good for Newton South.
So it makes it 14-6. Haskell's still within 1 score, but they need a 2-point conversion. But they got to pick it up. We're well into this third period. This is one of those that just played to get through the season to get to Thanksgiving. There'll be one more. Against who knows who knows where, could be anywhere around the state. As I mentioned earlier, Tech qualifying for the tournament had to go over 150 miles to play Hoosac Valley. That's just ridiculous. There's no need for that. Over a 3-hour ride while the other team sits and waits for you to show up. They pop it straight up. It's loose again. I think Classical fell on it this time. They stood around before and watched that, and they lucked out because Newton didn't take advantage. They recovered it, but they didn't score. Classical held them out, but they almost did it again. The ball will be at the 32. Two wideouts to the near side, one to the far side.
The Rams all replaced on their own, 33-yard line.
Quick out at the shoe tops of Avery.
Launch pass, intended for number 3, Marquise Avery is incomplete. Second and 10 for the Rams.
Second and 10. Avery hit and dropped from behind.
And Vaughn is sacked by number 86, Joseph Bryant, and number 3, Owen Dunker.
They lost 5.
Be 3rd and 15 for the Rams.
So 3rd and 15 for the Rams. Quick out to Avery, gets a head of steam up. And he's going to get across the 45, he'll get a first down.
Complete to number 3, Marquise Avery for a Rams first down.
So they convert on 3rd and 15. Avery caught it at the sideline and just took off upfield. 19 yards and a first down.
Down catch will be 1st and 10 for the Rams. Ball will be placed on their own 46-yard line.
Quick out. He tried to run before he caught it. Durant was running upfield before he caught the ball.
Range is incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Rams.
So it'll be 2nd and 10. He was 2 steps upfield before he caught the ball. Again, double wideouts to either side. Vaughn flushed out, takes off and runs with it. He stays on his feet, he's going to get a first down. 2nd, 3rd effort gets him just shy of the Newton 40-yard line. So he made a lot of something out of nothing. He got flushed out of the pocket and took off and ran with it. And they get a first down. "13 yards on the play." One again. Might have given him a yard.
Number 2, Brian Baum, the quarterback, he gained 1. Set up Foster with a 2nd and 9.
So it'll be 2nd and 9. Looked promising, but that hole closed very quickly. Dale in the backfield with Vaughn. He gets the carry. Use that speed to get you around the corner. Nice job down near the 20-yard line.
Number 7, Mohamed Dale with a first down run for the Rams.
That's another first down.
After the run, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Rams. Ball will be placed on Newton South's 29-yard line.
They gave him to the 29. So they gave him 11. He got near the 20, but they said he stepped out at the 29. Vaughn looking, still looking. Finally just throws it out of bounds.
Ball on pass, thrown out of bounds, and incomplete.
Couldn't find anybody downfield.
There's a flag on the play, though.
They're calling it. A throwaway. They're going to lose the down and distance. They put it back to the 41. They lose 12 on the play.
Penalty is on flag. Classical until he brought back. As a result, second and 20 to Classical. Newton South 41.
They're saying that he was still in the pocket and there was nobody there to catch the ball. Dale runs straight ahead.
And number 7, Muhammad Dale on the run for the Rams.
Inside the 35. They gave him 8.
We third 14 for the Rams.
Vaughn in trouble. Dumps it off to Avery, who gets drilled at the sideline.
Long pass is complete to number 3.
They picked up 2 yards.
Fourth and 12 for Glasgow from Newton South 31.
In trouble again. They knock him down. They lose the ball, but it doesn't make a difference. It was fourth down. They just came knowing they have to throw the ball.
Vaughn is brought down by number 86, Joseph Poyas, for a Newton South sack.
So they sacked him on fourth down. He had no chance to throw the ball. They actually gained 2 yards on the play. So it looked promising again, that penalty against Classical. Pushed them back. They turned the ball over. Newton will look to run out this third period. Double wideouts to either side. Hit and dropped in the backfield.
Number 22 is that gamer on the run. He was stopped by number 54, David Soto.
Jalen Soto just was all over him.
Second and 13 for Newton South.
They lost 3. Rolling, looking to throw, in trouble. Slips away and gets the pass off, and it's picked off. Now they're saying no pick.
Incomplete.
It's incomplete. They're saying he was out of bounds.
Was knocked down by number
Classical thought they picked it, but the official says no. The official says Classical was out of bounds when they caught it. So it'll be 3rd and 13.
Third and 13 for Newton South.
Classical was celebrating the pick, going to get great field position. And then the official said, I don't think so. They double the wideouts to either side. Trying to run it to the near side. Not going anywhere. That's Dunker.
Number 3 on Dunker on the run for Newton South. He was tackled down by a C defenders. It'll be 4th and 13 for Newton South.
So Newton will kick it away.
That's the end of the third quarter.
So that was the last play of the third period.
Manning Field
We wind it down
South 14.
to 1 period left. Newton with an 8-point lead. Classical still in the game. they're going to get the football. Newton will get to kick it away. So we shrunk the game down to 12 minutes. 14-6. Newton over Classical. Newton has scored 14 straight points after Classical got the lead at 6-0 on their opening drive. They've had chances since then, especially at the end of the half. First and goal at the 5, it came up empty. And now Newton will kick it away, and Classical will get the football. Kick is away, it's short. Takes a little bit of a Newton bounce. Glasgow will have good field position on that short punt. They'll have it there 44. So it's only a 26-yard punt. Let's see if Glasgow can take advantage. And they still need a 2-point conversion if they do score. Tip almost picked off.
Long pass intended for number 6, Darren Morigi, is knocked out and incomplete by number 86, Joseph Toyas.
John Toyas got a hand on that one, almost picked it off. He would have been off to the races. 2nd and 10. Trying to turn the corner. Dale with the run. He's been a bright light for Classical, running the football. He didn't start. Bruin was out there first.
Number 2, Brian Vaughn with a first down run for the Lions.
Vaughn straight ahead. A big first down.
It'll be a first and 10 for the Rams from Newton South 20-yard line.
31 yards on the carry by Vaughn. And Classical has it in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. Vaughn again. Carrying people with him. They're pushing him forward. They're almost pushing him into the end zone. In fact, they did push him into the end zone. He was tackled somewhere around the 15-yard line. They had white shirts, green shirts, pushing both ways. And Vaughn winds up in the end zone for a touchdown. "56 yards in 4 plays. He got all kinds of help from both sides. Looked like he got stopped. That used to be illegal a few years ago. You couldn't do that. Now, did they give him the touchdown? For some reason, I thought they put the ball at the 4-yard line, but they called it. The official said touchdown. And it is a touchdown. And they marked off half the distance against Newton. The all-important conversion. They need this to tie. Vaughn with the keep, not going to get there. Got wrapped up by Toyas in the backfield.
With 10:54 left to go, score is Newton South 14, Lane Classical 12.
So Classical gets back within 2. Early in this fourth period. Now you just have to get the ball back and get downfield. If it goes according to Hoyle, usually all the tournament games now are played at the higher seeds home field. The non-tournament games are moved around, and in the past what they've done is if you got a home game, your next game was away. If that's the case, this would be Classical's last home game at Manning until Thanksgiving. Durant will get to kick it off. So old Mr. Momentum is wearing green again, but Classical's still down 2. Durant boots it off at the 18-yard line. He'll get across the 35. And that's Patrick Sullivan again.
Sullivan on the return for Newton South.
They'll put it to 36. And that's when Newton will put it in play. Wide out to the far side, wing to the near side. Little misdirection across the 40, out to about the 43. That's Dunker. He'll pick up 7. It'll be 2nd down and 3. Newton looking to run the football, shrink the game, leading 14-12. Classical's defense looking to get the ball back. They go double wing with a wide out. Straight ahead with Nassoff.
22, Zach Gabriel on the run for Newton South. It will be 3rd and inches from their own 45.
They're not going to give him the first down. They needed the 46. They've got the 46. But they're saying he's short. So I'm going to call it the 45 and give him 2. Everybody in tight in that double wing. And there's Classical jumping again. Classical's been very gracious hosts. So they don't have to worry about making the first down. They put it out. I'm calling it midfield. The ball just snuggled inside midfield. And it'll be a first down. The wide out to the near side. as they stay in that double wing. Again, they show an awful lot of formations. Off the right side.
Number 22, Zach Gabriel on the run for Newton South. He was brought down by number 2, Brian Vaughn. They gained 3 and set up Newton South with 8 seconds.
Mash off again. Picked up 3. I'm saying Mashoff, they've got 2 number 22s also. They look now. Zach Gabriel. And I guess Gabriel is the number 22, not Mashoff. I don't know why they give double numbers. Trying to get away from trouble. Turns the corner, and he's able to turn nothing into something. They give him a yard. So it'll be 3rd and 6 for the Lions of Newton South. Leading 14-12 here in the 4th period. They double the wideouts to either side and go double wing. They blow the whistle. And Classical's going to take a timeout.
Timeout with Classical. As their first charge timeout of the half, they have 2 remaining.
Fourteen to 12, senior night here for the Classical Rams, honoring football and cheerleader seniors, along with their families. And Classical, unfortunately, playing off the string until Thanksgiving because their 4-4 record wasn't enough to get them into the state tournament. The only saving grace for them is they didn't have to travel all over God's creation, all over the state with the new format. And again, I don't like it. I never will. I'm sure, as I mentioned before, I'm sure Lynn Tech doesn't like it. Going 150 miles to Hoosac Valley to play a football game. Getting home probably 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. Absolutely no reason for that. Looking to throw, Rowley dumps it off. Incomplete. He had Tonk Conergy open in the middle, pass a little bit low. It'll bring up a 4th and 6. And they're going to kick it away. Glasgow's over 200 yards of offense. They're trailing by 2. The snap goes over the head of the kicker, and he manages to get the kick away, and it takes a very good Newton bounce. All things considered, they come out of that smelling like a rose. He went all the way back, got that on the run, kicked it, and got a really good extra bounces all the way down to the classical 34-yard line. It looked like they were going to be in, looked like classical was going to be in outstanding position. Instead, they marked it at the classical 34-yard line. That was all the way back inside the 20. And on top of everything else, the short punt, it took 6 or 7 big bounces. And Newton South really bailed out there. Trying to come to the near side, not going to get there.
Number 7, Muhammad Dale on the run. He was brought down by number 18.
They're going to lose yardage to the 31.
We lost a 3 and sent the Rams with a 2nd and 13. Their own 31.
Second and 13. Vaughn in trouble. And he's going to get hit and knocked down.
Number 2, Brian Vaughn is brought down by a C of the South Defenders.
Couldn't find anybody to throw it to. Had no room to run.
For the Rams on their own 30-yard line.
And he winds up losing a yard. So 3rd and 14. A quick out, caught it, and he was on the ground when he caught it. Fessler's knee was, Omar Easy's knee was on the ground. So he only picked up 2.
Vaughn's pass complete to number 6, Darren Moretti. The 4th and 12 for the Rams. And Vaughn is sacked and brought down by number 86, Joseph Poyas.
They lose another yard. Actually, they lost 5. And Newton's going to get outstanding field position at the 27-yard line.
Take over with a 1st and 10 from Glasgow's 27-yard line.
So they could put this one away. The wideout and the wing go to the far side. We haven't seen that very often. Off the left side,
Number 3 on Dunker on the run for Newton South.
Duncan picked up maybe a yard.
He was brought down by number 26, Nick Austin. He gained of 1, sets himself a 2nd and 9.
Austin's got 207 yards of offense, but they've had opportunities that they haven't taken advantage of. We go back to the end of the half when they had 1st and goal at the 5 and wound up 4 downs later, turned the ball over at the 5. Now, if nothing else, Newton can shorten the game here. Leading by 2. They go double wing with a wide out to the near side. Cutting it up inside.
Number 8, Graham Hockney on the run for himself.
Teconkaji. Third and 5. As they get into the 22-yard line, a pickup of 4.
Be 3rd and 5 for Newton South, Glasgow 22.
Again, they go double wing with a wide out to the near side. Obviously 4 down territory here. Looking to throw, rolling. In trouble. Still in trouble. Now he lets it fly. He had 2 players on the back end of the end zone, right back to back. He threw it out of the end zone.
7, Patrick Sullivan is incomplete. It'll be 4th and 5 for Newton South.
4th and 5 from the 22. I'm kind of surprised they threw the ball. I thought they'd just keep running it, shrinking the game. They had 2 players together. One of them went as high as he could. I don't know if he could have come down in the end zone, but he had a shot at it. So a big 4th down play. Certainly for Glasgow. Trailing 14-12. They go wide out to the far side, wing to the near side. And Glasgow jumped. I don't believe it. And that should be enough for a 1st down.
Offside on Glasgow. As a result, it'll be a 1st and 10 for Newton South.
Very gracious hosts. Glasgow's got a bundle of penalties. And this one is huge. It was 4th and 5. They could have got the football back. Instead now, it's 1st and 10, and they can shorten the game up even more. They run it off the right side.
Number 22, Zach Gabriel on the run for Newton South. A gain of 2 and set them up with a 2nd and 8. Glasgow's 15-yard line.
Gabriel picks up 2. Second and 8 as we're winding down the ball game. Newton holding on to a 2-point lead, trying to add to it. Glasgow trying to shut him out and get the ball back. Maybe pull out a win. Newton taking as much time as they can. They run off the left side with Gilbert. He gets loose. There goes.
Number 22, Zach Gabriel runs it in, but there is a flag on the play.
There's a flag on the play. He went in for the touchdown. I was looking to see if they gave him that forward progress.
Holding on Newton South, and the touchdown we brought back.
They give him to the 12. Well, they give him to the 13 for 2.
After that penalty, it'll be second
They'll mark it down to the 23.
ball will be placed at the Rams, 23-yard line.
Second and 16. So Classical survives there. That was a touchdown. Now they run straight ahead down to the 15-yard line. They picked up a big 8.
Zach Gabriel on the run himself.
They got half of it.
Down by number 8, Will Bruno. After the run, he'll set up himself the 13 from Blackpool.
It'll be 3rd and 8. We got a timeout, Glasgow. Trying to preserve the clock.
That's their second charge timeout. They have 1 remaining with 1:53 to go.
Glasgow was looking to go over 500 coming in. They can look back to that 1st and goal at the 5-yard line that ended up turning the ball over on downs at the 5-yard line. They scored the first touchdown of the game, led 6-0. Newton has put up 14 after that. Newton came right back on a big 75-yard pass play from Kwasanga to Dunker. And the actual difference in the game is the foot of Cameron Daftery. Daftery made it 7-6. Then they went 59 yards in 8 plays. Their first possession of the 3rd period to give themselves a little bit of a cushion. An 8-point lead. They need 8. They bumped into each other in the backfield, but they complete the pass. Diving for the cone. He got it for a touchdown. Graham Takonaji. That was a mix-up in the backfield. Gilbert and the quarterback, Quinsana, banged into each other. He rolled out to the left and found Takonaji. And he dove and just got the cone for the touchdown. The kick is good again.
The extra point is good.
And that's going to seal it.
With 1:46 left to go in the 4th quarter, score is Newton 21 and Glasgow 12.
It's now a 2-score game with 1:26 left. That was good heads up by the quarterback, Quinsana. He bumped into his running back, Gilbert, and kind of lost his balance, but didn't go down, rolled out to the far side, and somehow found Tonkonaji. And he did a nice job the last yard or two diving and just getting the cone for the touchdown and putting this one away. For Classical, Darren Omarigi has got 5 catches for 60 yards. Dale has run for 74. But every time Classical takes 1 step forward, they take 2 steps back, getting sacked or losing yardage. They pop it up again, it goes out of play. They haven't kicked him deep. They recovered one of those. They almost recovered another one. And now they pop it up again. Roscoe has the option of taking the ball or having him kick again. Mr. Hegan will tell us what's going on. Talking to Coach Vaughn. They marked the 5 yards off from where the ball went out of play, so Classical will get the ball at the 41. Newton's going to wind up with 226 yards of offense, 10 first downs. That will be a happy bus ride back to Newton. Pass is complete to Avery. A pickup of 5. That puts Vaughn over 100 yards passing. Omarigi with the catch. Gets the head of steam up. Gets inside the 25.
Complete to number 6, Darren Omarigi for a Rams first down.
"31 yards on the play.
Number 2, Brian Ball, the quarterback keep.
Gets it to the 20. Durant with the catch. Picked up 5.
Complete to number 4, Kyle Durant.
We're trying to beat the clock. They can't win it because they need 2 scores, and we're closing down the ball game. I'd like to finish on an upbeat note. Right, ball is all the way out. Oh, what am I talking about? Something. Discussion between all the officials. They need a couple for a first down. Caught by Avery, gave away yardage. He had a first down. They put it back. He had a first down. He tried to get back and gain some yardage. They wound up losing 4 yards. And we're going to play it down. got it out to Avery on the sideline. He caught it, had enough for a first down, and then slipped the tackle and tried to reverse field to try and gain more yardage. And he wound up losing 4 yards on the play. It'll be 4th down and 6. Classville scored opening drive of the game, of their opening drive. Helped out by a penalty. Vaughn to Omar Easy, 16 yards. The rush was no good. It was 6-0. They came right back. Newton got what they needed. Winsana to Dunker, 75 yards for the touchdown. The extra point by Dafferty made it 7-6. It stayed that way until the third period. Bowen still looking, almost picked off, and that'll do it. Newton will get the football. Newton scored on their first possession, going 59 yards, 8 plays in the third period. It was Gilbert going in from the 1. The kick was good again, made it 14-6. Classical came back, 56 yards in 4 plays. Vaughn, with a lot of help from both sides, went in from the 20-yard line after he ran 31 before that. Made it 14-12. The rush was no good. Classical went for it on 4th down, gave them a short field. And it was the quarterback, Quinn Sackner, going to Tunconagy for 15 yards and a touchdown. The kick was good again, 21-12, and that was the game. So Dale runs for 74.
That's the ball game.
Darren Omarizi has 6 catches for 91 yards. Vaughn passes for 136, scores a touchdown. Classical will drop under 500. They'll go to 4-5 as they have one more game left to finish off before they meet English on Thanksgiving Day. But it'll be a happy bus ride back to Newton as they win it 21-12 over the Rams here on senior night. Congratulations again to all the seniors. We wish them the best of luck in whatever their future brings. But right now it's Newton celebrating a 21-12 win over Lynn Classical. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm John Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.